Now, if you're a subscriber, a current subscriber, welcome back and thank you again for tuning in today. If you are someone that is tuning in for the first time, my name is Troyson Bassini. I am the owner and head of research of Life Buyers Agency. So, we are a regional Queensland buyers agent specialist and we service the Central Queensland and North Queensland property markets under these two brands here. So, up in North Queensland, we've got Tropical Life servicing Cairns, Townsville, and the broader region there. And then we've got Capricorn Life servicing the Central Queensland basin from Rockhampton to Bundaberg and everywhere in between there as well, Gladstone and Mackay included. And what we do is we generally help a lot of investors and geographically challenged buyers navigate these markets. We're on the ground, we provide buyers advocacy services, purchase, negotiation, acquisition, and pre and post settlement support for anyone looking at potentially buying in any of these locations. We've done more than $250 million worth of transactions in these regions. 70% of our purchases are off market. And I like to say, as a result of buying off market, a lot of our properties are also bought in isolation of competition and under market value as well. So if you feel as though you are an investor that might need potential professional help getting into these markets, feel free to reach out to us on those websites below or give us a call on that number and we can connect you up with myself or one of my team members for a chat around how we might be able to potentially get you into the market and buy you a cracking investment. All right, Mac City. Let's have a look at Mac City, Mac Daddy City. See how this one has been performing of late. So yeah, look, guys, Mackay, I'm smashing Mackay at the moment. I'm very bullish on Mackay. I think it's a town now that is not a one-trick pony town as what it once was. I think it's a very sort of diversified regional hub now, and one of the things that I like about Mackay that it might have over Rockhampton right now is that it's closer to the water, so you have a lot of that lifestyle amenity too. That so Mackay could kind of be a big sort of regional lifestyle location as well, similar to what Cairns and Townsville are like, given that it sits right on the coast. But yeah, Mackay has had a bad run, over the last decade. Like, it hasn't done a lot, but that's by and large because it was highly dependent on the coal basin there. And I'm not saying that it's not still dependent on the coal basin. I'm saying now the economy is diversified enough now where it has a bunch of other pillars as well, which gives it a much more stronger backbone than just being sort of a one-trick pony town. And that's hence why I've been very bullish on Mackay as well, because I also see a lot of good value around, particularly that sub 550 price point in a lot of the established areas of Mackay. So yeah, Mackay, look, you can see here that its median house price $573,000, and it's year to date. So median house price year to date has grown by 12.8%. So similar to Rockhampton, it's also had double-digit growth here. Now we can see it's a market very much on the rise, and it's grown from 532,000 to 573,000. So a total of $41,000 in capital growth in this year alone. And to be honest, guys, I'm not surprised. So I'm not surprised. I've definitely started to see this happening in Mackay towards late last year. The data started to really look strong and it was really starting to come together for Mackay. And now we're starting to really see, the data reflect that right now in terms of, how it's tracked over the last 10 months. So that median house price has done some really good things. I still don't mind that median house price. Like, it's definitely very close to $600,000 now, but going forward, I still think, even in the well-located areas, like a lot of the blue chip brick homes in the well-located areas are still, I think, relatively affordable. Like, you can probably get most brick homes in the well-located suburbs now for high fives, low sixes, and I think majority of them, I think, can push up into the low 700, 750 in the next coming years. And I think obviously the upper end of the market will continue to pull away as well and chug away at that median, pulling it up. I'm talking about properties that are 800 to $1 million. I think Mackay's had a relatively soft underbelly for the high end of the market, but I think it's going to be a market where the high end is really going to start to take off going forward, because I still think that the majority of people haven't really catched on to Mackay as being a bigger lifestyle destination there. A lot of the lifestyle buyers have pushed into Yeppoon, Bargara, and Bundaberg, and up around Early Beach, and not a lot have pushed into Mackay. So I think places like Mackay East, Bocasia, Shoal Point, Hay Point, I think have a lot of upside potential going forward for the high end of the market. I think that can really take off. Um, I'm not buying brick homes in Mackay anymore around that sort of $600,000 price point. The stuff that I'm buying is sort of the older established stock where I still think there is some good value to and some potential to make money around that 500 to 400 to sort of mid fives around East Mackay, South Mackay, North Mackay. I've been buying around there, Andergrove, West Mackay, all of those established areas, sort of away from where the flood zone pockets are. I think that's where some really good opportunity in Mackay is right now, where a lot of those properties, I still think they have $100,000 to $150,000 worth of growth left in them. And yeah, so that's where I'm seeing sort of a lot of the value. So yeah, guys, feel free to have a look at any of those suburbs as well. All the data looks very good at a suburb level for many of those as well. But yeah, guys, you can see Mackay, has definitely been on the rise over the last 10 months this year, doing double-digit growth, and we can see why here. So days on market very, very low, and it's dropped 33% from 39 days to 26 days. So it was sitting at 39 in January and it's now sitting at 26. So we've had a really big sort of ramp up in demand happen here over the last 10 months in Mackay. So that's really starting to paint a picture as to why that median house price has done double-digit growth this year. We can see stock levels sitting at 0.2% and inventory sitting at 2 weeks. So this is even also on par almost with Rockhampton in terms of how the demand looks and how the supply looks. So very, very tight here. And I was speaking to an agent the other day. I was doing on our stock run looking for opportunities this week, and he said, there are about 600 agents in Mackay, and there was only like I think about 100 or 200 properties available for purchase, and there's even an imbalance between the amount of listings and agents, which was funny, and that's happening all across the regional Queensland right now. There's more agents than there is properties to sell, and unfortunately, so I'm not too sure how many of those can sustain their businesses even now going forward without a rent roll. They're subsidising their costs. So yeah, stock levels extremely low, guys. 0.2%. What Mackay is 150,000, 170,000 plus people there within the immediate region. So to only have 0.2% of properties available for purchase just goes to show that, yeah, it's a very, very tight market, and all that stock will be cleared out, the ones that are on the market right now, in 2 weeks. So that from an inventory point of view, very tight as well. And you can see here listings have decreased 19% from January. So yeah, it's currently it was 164 in January and now 133 in September. So that's what a drop in around 30 or so properties there less. So the supply is starting to really, really go down, and that's really started to push that day on market lower and lower as well. So supply low, demand high in Mackay, guys, and a median house price that's rising. So the data is looking very, very strong. From a rental point of view, it's increased. Rents have increased so far this year by 5.5%, from 490 in January to 517 in September. So yeah, guys, the rental market's growing, the listing volumes are going down, the median house price is going, the demand is really, really high. So it's started to really paint a picture here as to why that median house price has done what it has, guys. And I've been very bullish on Mackay by and large, because I do think it's not a one-trick pony town anymore. But I think Mackay, probably out of all of the different regional Queensland hubs, have the best value under 550 right now, and it also has the best yield. So the rents are really strong there relative to the purchase price. So you can get a $450,000 house, and that could be renting for $500 or more per week. Whereas that same house, you put that in somewhere like Townsville, Rocky, Bundy, you might be looking at sort of sub $500 per week rent. So I'm liking Mackay because I see value in the purchase price and really strong rents there. So you get that really nice juicy yield at the same time. And then look, vacancy rate 0.7%. So, and that's down from 1% in January. So about 18 less listings right now than there was in January. So it's a rental market that's been contracting as well from a vacancy rate point of view, and that's obviously driving up that median rent there now as well. And that median, I know 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom houses in Mackay, Rural View, Blacks Beach, Shoal Point, Andergrove, they're like $750, $800 per week now, minimum for 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom brick home, and that's the middle of the market, and then the lower end of the market is more around that 550, and then the upper end of the market is around that 800 to $1,000 per week. So I think that median could be a little bit stronger, and it's going to be a lot more higher, I'd say, going forward, as well as we see more and more properties start to push up with their median rents to around that $600 to $750 per week. So yeah, guys, if you are looking to buy in Mackay, look, like the data all looks very solid here as well. And as I said, I'm very bullish on Mackay also right now.